Hey everyone, welcome back to Dungeons and Designers. This is our official start to the campaign, session 1. Before we roll into the shenanigans and the fun, I just want to say how thankful I am that we can all sit here and play D&D in the safety of our home, and just recognize tonight there are thousands, if not millions, of people who aren't being able to enjoy that, right? So as we're playing, I just want to say I'm thinking and definitely praying for Ukraine. I hope that can get fixed sooner than later, and that those people can go back to their homes and be safe. Um, yeah. So even with that, though, I'm hoping this can act like a small escape. That's what D&D's always been for me, just a way to escape our day-to-day lives, take a break from work, take a break from all the stresses of our everyday lives, and we're going to do that again today. So thank you, Tracy, Patrick, Andrew, for joining. Ray's going to join us in 2 more weeks.
Does this hat not match my headphones?
It's a little off.
It's really bad, isn't it?
I mean, it's just 3 shades away.
I should have kept the other shirt.
Can we pause so that Patrick can go buy more headphones?
I'm thinking that maybe if I had the yellow shirt on, that's such a statement. All 3 colors.
We didn't notice before.
It seems more intentional. But now I'm thinking this is too. It's dissonant. That's my fear.
Well, we also have, in addition to that, we have Andrew who looks menacing, but everyone thinks just looks cold. So
I know. I was typing a response. I'm not cold. I'm a rogue.
He's role playing, guys.
It is. Yeah. It is cold though, right?
And like the rogue, I don't wear underwear.
I don't think that's part of it.
Is it not? Okay. I'm gonna need a second.
Write that note. All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna run us through a entry that just kept getting longer the more I wrote. So bear with me. It is the year 750 LR. Toril is now a barren planet eternally in flames. The shores of Waterdeep are bone dry, and jet bikes speed by in the annual Brocker races. The streets of Bouldergate lay in ashes, with only small hints at the taverns that once held or hosted dozens of patrons. The traces of monsters that once overwhelmed adventurers have long been lost to time. Orbiting this dead planet, Lathander's ring can be seen, the first space station that was once an ark for those who could escape the planet. That, however, was many hundreds of years ago, and this station that was once the pinnacle of technology is now either a cage for those who can't afford to get off, or a home base to those who still try to discover what happened to their ancestors' planet. Throughout realm space and beyond, adventuring gnomes can be found making their way through the illusions covering the planet Glyph. They're hunting precious adamant ore. A group of dwarves work on a ship transporting goods from station to station, while other adventurers can be found repossessing the mechanical body parts of others. This all to earn credits in an attempt to get their hands on more tech to better their lives. But in the desert planet Anadia, a wizard can be found attempting to connect to the weakened weave. Forced in exile by her community for the danger she imposed on her station, she now practices this risky act, warping the dunes and accidentally opening rifts to an unknown location. Have the gods abandoned us, or did we abandon them? This is Lathander's Ring, a Dungeons and Designers setting where we are playing a future fantasy homebrew campaign. We're going to start our campaign on the 4th ring, the largest ring of the Lathander's Ring, also the ring with the highest population. You would think after I spent all this time writing that, I would have limited the amount of times I said ring, but
you did it.
It holds
all in on it, which is fun.
Yeah, we just went full Olympics on these rings. It holds around 1 million creatures, making up the lowest recognized class of this station. The 4th ring is cold, metallic, and only 3 stories tall, lacking any extravagance or comfort. These hard, claustrophobic surfaces cause sounds to echo throughout the ring, causing a constant hum of voices. The citizens walk around bundled up to stay comfortable. They work random jobs in the 4th ring, within the factories of the 3rd ring, the farms of the 5th ring, or for the lucky ones, a job on the 6th ring where they can get to see the sun and Toril through the glass ceiling. Down the center of our home ring, there is a main corridor known as the Vein. Throughout the Vein, you can see large hanging displays playing propaganda videos, many with the ring's governor, Decker and Broadstone, saying things like, "Look for the ore in the stone," and "Be careful not to trash the steel with the slag." The final structures of note for now are the 6 large guard towers with large bay doors branching off each side that are used to isolate the 12 districts in moments of crisis. One of the guard towers also contains the tubes connecting the 4th ring to the rest of the station. While walking around the ring, you often see militant squads called the Hammers. These are the guards of the ring. They're made up of only dwarves, and they enforce the law, keeping the order. The hammers are tough, battle-worn units that wear thick white armor and carry rifles as well as large mallet-like hammers that hang from their belts. Due to the aggressive nature, each squad also has a member called a Sonlinor, also dwarven. They understand that mercy needs to come with judgment and tend to those hurt by the actions of the hammers or of others. Another notable group, much smaller, seen much less often, are the shields. This group contains no dwarves, but still answers to Decker and Broadstone. The shields are the fourth ring's guard against the space. They often exit the ring and repair the structure. The hammers make this cold ring relatively safe, and the work Decker and Broadstone has done with this ring status is what allows the citizens of this ring to freely travel to the sixth ring. And this is where we're going to start our campaign. Before we get into the play of it, I would love to go around. Thank you. Did I make it through okay?
Yeah, that felt like the time.
What I would love to do before we start getting into play, I would love to just go around the table and have you guys introduce who you're going to be playing. So would one of you like to start us off? Maybe we'll have the one who rolled his character live on show start us off. Patrick?
That's totally a possibility. Let me pull up that stuff.
I gave you like a good 10 minutes of
I do
rambling.
remember, I think, everything about what we did to pick you.
Okay, what do you want to hear about my character? And is this
I would love to hear.
Is this to the people I'm playing with, or is this the people watching?
Yes.
A little bit of both, right? Like, so definitely your name and your appearance, right? If you don't want to share all the rest of the information, you don't have to, but like at least what people would first see upon viewing your tiny, tiny body.
Tattered jeans and a black shirt. I am a rock gnome bard. I like to give the appearance that I know how to rock. I'm called Sleazel Slickfingers. Why people think I'm called that and why I was really named that are two different stories. And maybe over the course of this campaign, we'll find out what those two different stories are.
If you live past today.
If I live past today. As much as I try to present this small, tough attitude, I don't think in practice that's the Sleazel that you're going to get.
Awesome. Tracy, do you want to introduce us to your character?
I can try.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
okay.
a bumpy ride since we're first ship out.
Yeah.
So I am a wood elf ranger, known to most as L. Not sure what else to offer you. I'll
Like
give you a bit of
ELLE?
Nope, the letter.
Just
L.
the
about-
letter L.
Fucking Prince. This is amazing.
What about like what's
progressive.
the color of your hair? How
Mhm.
tall are you? What kind of clothes do you think Elle wears?
So L is, well, I should say rather I. L is a relatively young elf, but middling age. Again, kind of unknown how old L actually is, but gauged roughly around 300. 5'8", so not too short, not too tall, quite slim as elves tend to be. Gray eyes, white skin, black hair. You can owe the skin to just a very serious lack of sunlight, I think more than anything
A
else.
severe vitamin D deficiency.
Yes, very much so, being stuck in the warrens of a space station. But
That's great. Andrew, why don't you explain who you're playing?
So I'm playing as Eras. So Aeras for those who are keeping track of character fun. Eros, and I am a rogue. Aarakocra, which is a species of I would say it's a bird-like species. So I will look essentially like a very large raven. So with like jet black, but with like a purple sheen when the light hits my feathers just right. But I do have arms and massive talons that I walk upright on. And since I'm a rogue, I do wear I have like this light leather armor, but it's all kind of cloaked underneath a hooded cloak. All sorts of varying shades of gray. Think a lot like Kylo Ren. Kind of picture that deal.
Right on. And I think for anyone else like who's like super familiar with D&D and being like, hey, isn't Raven, Crow, Kenku. I think what we're going to just say is like, hey, air crooked can be any species of bird. The difference is Andrew's character can fly and doesn't talk annoying. So it's a little different, but you're still like that black with the purple sheen. I think that's great. So because we're playing in a sci-fi setting, we like changed some of your stuff and they updated it to make it feel like this future fantasy. But I also went and rolled up a bunch of tech for you guys to have as you start your mission. All I did was roll up 4. One's going to be for Ray. Very common low-level tech items. I have them here in order. So who wants to get their first one?
Hey!
Patrick, you're going to get the visual displacement device. This is a single-use item. It's a bracelet that projects illusory images around you, forcing disadvantage on attacks that come to you for 30 minutes. So single-use item. If something comes to attack you, it maybe I would picture it almost like that Dune effect, right? Like your body maybe vibrates and shifts, and it makes it hard to strike you. Who wants to get
I want to clarify. I don't get disadvantage for 30 minutes because that'd be a really terrible item.
No, people attacking you get disadvantage.
I would never use it.
Right. Or you would like throw it onto somebody else. But no. This helps you. Who wants the second one?
I want free things.
Oh, cool. Some of these are much less useful. So you got the automated bath. This has 52 uses, but it's a metallic sphere that hovers and has many metallic arms that hang from the bottom. And it can clean one target within 30 feet when activated.
You said useless? You kidding?
It's a dirty ring. Maybe that's how you can make your money. You could just go around cleaning things for people. Okay.
Can it be used as a bidet?
You could use, yeah, I guess so, right? Clean anything. It did say it can like brush people's teeth and like clean hair. So why not?
Oh my gosh, I hope
else?
it changes attachments.
And then that leaves Andrew. Andrew, you got the X-ray viewer. It's a single use. It's a box with a window just large enough to look through with a single eye. Once activated, you could look into the window and see through materials up to 2 feet deep for 10 minutes.
Okay. When the time comes to use said item, will you refresh us on it?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
And
This
later,
is in our
like
pack, right? In the
Write it
Bible,
down.
under items.
Write it down.
no,
I
but
wrote it
had
down,
this,
but I don't
and
want to write all of the features of the item.
Yeah, you should just write the name down, and then I'm going to send this to you guys after we play, right? So you guys can update your sheets.
Okay.
Lovely. Thank you.
Okay. I also took a look at your stats to see whose constitution was highest. We have a tie, so I'm going to go to initiative. So we're going to start with Eris. Is that how I'm pronouncing the name? Cool. So you guys start. We explained the ring, but right now you guys all start unconscious. Eris, as you start waking up, you like start opening your eyes and you have a pounding headache and like things feel a little bit blurry. And as your eyes start being able to focus in this dark room, you see that through the bottom of the door, which is actually eye level with you right now, there's light pouring through and you can hear like a lot of noises and conversations happening on the other side of this door. As you start moving around, you feel both your wrists tied behind your back. As you move around, you notice like you're in sort of a like supply closet. And that next to you are your 2 companions, Elle and Sleazel. All of your items also have been taken off you and put into various corners in this room. And the room is probably around, I would say like 15 feet by 15 feet. So it's a fairly large supply closet with you 3 laying on the floor. And as you guys like are laying there, Eris, you can see the other 2 like start waking up slowly, but your memory goes straight back to this morning, right? And this morning you were taking on your first job from Raji, and Raji is a fixer. The hammers keep order on this ring, but they're lawful and so strict that most people won't go to them for help, right? So there's these other small organizations that have popped up all over the ring that they call fixers, and they don't just fix situations, right? Sometimes they have to fix people. And they're kind of just like when anyone needs a job, they go to it. And you guys have taken on a job for Raji. So what your memory is the 3 of you guys are sitting in this room. It's fairly cold with just rows of seats down this big room with a let me go find him. I have his notes up. There's a Kenku behind a window, right? But not glass, it's barred. And he's really small, sitting on a chair. And where Eris has like a long beak that like looks great and nice and shines purple a little bit, maybe, Raji's beak has been cut in half to a blunt end. And he's old and he's like bitter looking and like war torn. And he like leans up against the barge, is like, Eris, Sleazel, L, I got your job. What do you guys want to do?
I would be asking,
Mhm.
why do you have us tied up? What?
No, this is the morning.
Oh, this is the flashback.
Yes, you
Yeah,
guys
this
are
is the
in this
flashback.
you're in a bright room sitting
Tracking
in
now.
Raji's office, and he's like offering you your first job for him.
Yeah, what's the objective here? What do you need us to do?
Yeah, and next to the window, you see a small screen that a face of a lizard folk pops up, and it says Gruss bounty 800 credits. It's what he owes. Someone has hired Raji to go get this 800 credits. And Raji said, hit it with your identification unit. And as we talked about last week, each of you guys have like this little glass sheet that has like little metal caps. And this acts as your identification unit. It acts as like your phone. It acts as like all the like the tools you would have like in a phone, right? So as you click on it, the face goes to your phone. It's got the bounty information, and it tells you even the location where they think he is. And Grutz goes, if you bring back the 800 credits, we'll give you 10%, and like maybe you'll find some other stuff on your way.
All right,
Raji,
sweet.
Raji, why am I here with these two? Why am I not just doing this job on my own?
Yeah, and she goes, you got to prove yourself first. Maybe you'll do better than that. Maybe we'll put you with a different group. I don't know. And
Seems unlikely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
chill
he's like-
out, L. Let's go. Come on.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure about that. And I think we're going to have to see. But you all should know that I work better alone. So I'm not sure why I have dead weight with me right now.
Yeah,
We'll
he's
weigh
like,
40
we'll see who
pounds.
comes up dead.
yeah, and Raji's got stacks of like files, and there's like the room's full of other people clearly looking for work, right? And I think on a quick glance, you could tell that there's like advanced level or advanced experienced bounty hunter type folks, and then there's like clients, right? And he's just like, are you guys gonna take the job? All right, I don't know what to tell you. And he points to the window, like the little screen. He goes, you can find him at Junket. And Junket is JUNK-ET. He goes, it's a local little gambling hall. All right, I think Grutz is there. Just go get the money and come back.
All right, I got
Let's
it.
go.
Fine.
Yeah, I would take my identification unit. What do we call it? ID.
Yeah, that's good.
And slide it into my cloak pocket. Throw my hood up, and I head out.
Cool. And then you kind of like transport back through time, back into this dark room, looking under the floor at this yellow light kind of pouring in through the cracks. And then another memory comes to you. And this was probably much, much more recent, where all three of you are walking up to Junket and you just knock on the door, and instantly all three of you just get knocked out. So you're in this room, dark room. All three of you are now started to wake up. All of your items have been tossed into like various corners of the room. You guys are all tied up, and the door is closed, but you can definitely hear murmurs coming through. What would you guys like to do?
I search for my keytar.
I'm
As you roll over, you can see it like actually like fairly nicely propped up over near like the brooms and mops.
I would try to use my talon to how close am I to the other two?
I would say near on top.
Okay, so I would use my talon to slice through their wrist straps.
Sure. Okay. You do that with ease, right? Like you
Right.
just kind of roll, maybe like worm over to one of them and start like chopping at your talons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can one of you get mine for me?
No,
Oh,
I'm
not
okay.
not your keytar. Yeah. No. I got really tiny fingers. I can take care of it quick.
Yeah. And it's actually not that hard. Like this was just like a simple synthetic rope. Like you're just kind of bound up, and it was almost as if they just kind of like left you here and forgot, right?
Okay.
And now that you guys can easily like go into the corners and start like in the dark, kind of rummaging around looking for your stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to investigate and try to find my all of the things that are missing off of my body and then find them.
How dark is the room?
The room I would say almost pitch black, other than this like little light that comes kind of and scrapes across the floor.
So I had a flashlight with me, so I'm gonna try to find my flashlight and turn it on.
I have
Okay.
dark vision, right?
I mean, half the characters in D&D do, so probably.
I mean, I'm a bird. I would assume I have some sort of dark vision.
I don't know. I definitely didn't write it down.
You're a
but...
really shitty bird.
I can only fly during the daytime.
Yeah, you didn't choose owl, Andrew.
There's nothing wrong with being a diurnal bird, okay?
Diurnal? Is that what it's called?
That was really fancy.
That's what happens after you eat hibachi, but that's another story.
Nocturnal, diurnal. You're welcome.
Got it.
I learned something
Elf,
today.
many years alive. Words are not a thing for me.
Tracy's just proving that she's smarter than the rest of us, and then
Well, we
role
knew
playing
that
really
before
well.
we started.
Yeah, I'm just remember I'm role playing an idiot.
Right. Me too. Oh, wait, I'm DMing.
Oh, then you need to give him a ton of inspiration because he's doing a great job.
Okay, so you guys, you find your stuff, right? And you use the flashlight. And I would assume this is very much like when you were in high school, or I mean, like in college or something, like in a dark dorm, like trying not to wake people up, right? And you're trying not to make much noise. And eventually you can like all slowly find your stuff. And the noises outside are like way louder than anything you're doing in here. You can tell there's like potentially dozens of people on the other side of that door.
I'd like to sneak up to the door and use my stealth to open it. Just enough to peek through.
Okay, just enough to peek. As you like just slowly open it a little bit, you can see through this crack, and there's like poker tables, there's a craps table, and there's dozens of patrons gambling.
So we're in Junket.
You would probably assume at this point that you are in a supply closet at Junket.
Do I hear music?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I want to make sure. Did I find all of my stuff? Is anything missing off of me?
No, you guys have found everything.
Perfect. Then in that case, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and walk out. I think this is a comfortable environment for me, and I'm gonna see who the band is.
Okay, cool. We're gonna try to go back. So we're playing Figma for all our maps. So Patrick, let's try this. Let's see if we can swap this screen for our stream. Everyone else who's playing, this is gonna be a lot of learning tonight, right? So for many of us, myself included, we're not super Figma experts, so we're gonna learn this together. So if everyone can log in.
I am so excited about the Figma element, by the way. Like, legitimately.
It's the best part.
So let me see. I see Tracy. I see a Patrick. I see an anonymous. Anonymous might need to log in to play, but we'll see. So the first thing I want to do is I just want to show you this rendering. You can find this over on our Instagram, but this is the rendering we got from Greg. It's Lathander's ring. You can tell like we're on this really big ring right now. It's clearly the largest, and also the one that's a little bit dilapidated. This is Toril, kind of just the embers. What I would say is when the sun is on the other side of Toril, it probably looks like a hot coal, like in a dying fire, right? And if you were to blow on it, just like parts would kind of glisten and glow. So that's one screen share. The other thing I want to share with you is this is the map of the fourth ring, and we are going to flesh this out as we play. Each of these little things is a district. So there's 12 districts to the ring. You can see a dotted line on either end. That's because it's wraps, right? So if you went left, you would come right through the right side. We started out in 10. So it's 10A, that's Raji's. And we are now moving our way to 3A, and this is Junket. The Z's are the big guard towers. And what hopefully you can see is that these little bay doors are designed to, like, if they need to, they could lock 3 off from the rest of the ship or the station. So just we're talking about all those things, giving you introduction to like where we're playing. If you guys ever have questions, I can attempt to answer them.
Can you see me now?
Huh?
Good. By the way, in Figma, if you just hit plus or minus, you can zoom in and out very easily, which might be helpful.
Is my cursor showing up appropriately?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Because to me it just looks black. To me it just looks black.
So does mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So when we take this, we're going to turn this off for now, and we're going to go here. Boop, boop, boop. Let's try this. Perfect. So this is the closet you guys are currently in. If you go to the top left side, you'll see assets. What I need you to do is click on assets, then go to class tokens and look for your class and drag that into the board.
Oh man, which one's my class?
You're a what?
Oh, I see. They're listed. Okay, great.
Yes.
Did you design all of these?
No, I got someone on Gumroad released a bunch for free, and I gave credit on our YouTube. I made a reel showing how we're doing this on our YouTube channel, Dean Designers Pod. But this is great. So if you click on your icon and you go onto the right side, you'll see that there's a blue color. If you click on that blue color, you can change that to whatever you want your color to be.
Clearly red for the Flames of Hell. I assume that exists here.
Rock gnome.
How do you change the color?
On the right-hand side, you'll see selection colors towards the bottom.
I
Just
see that. Do
click
I have to
the
put in a
color.
hex code?
Yep.
No, just click, or just click on the blue, and you'll be able to do like a
Oh,
a
I
color
see.
selection.
I see. I'm got it now.
Okay, so as we've played so far, Andrew would be right up against the door, and the other two could be anywhere in the room.
So now I just get to move. Oh gosh, this is good. This is way good.
We're trying to be little fancy here, using tools that designers use, because hence our name. Cool. So you look through this little crack, and you're not going to see all of this, but I only have rooms selected, so you're just going to see the whole room right now. Boop. So what you can kind of see as you look around.
I've got a bird's eye view.
Ooh. I cannot wait to keep playing with you guys. These are the jokes I live for. So what we see on the right, and what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start pulling in some NPCs. So, boop, wait, sorry, I'm in the wrong thing there. All right. So each of these tables has a droid working it. So there's this table up here is playing like Texas Hold'em, and there's a droid. This one down here is like a craps table. Maybe this one's like a blackjack table. This top one over here, and you guys can see my mouse, correct? Is that
Yes.
fair to assume? Cool. So this one's like a bar. So you have like a bartending droid. I'm going to slowly be making my way around here as I remember who I need to put in. Cool. So we have one person that you probably at least sense, even if you don't see directly, is a goblin right here. There's another goblin next to this door, and there is a hobgoblin right here. What you see with the hobgoblin and the goblins is that they are dressed way nicer than anyone else in the room. They're in almost like simple black suits, where everyone else, though trying to dress nice, are like clearly in like worn out clothes, right? So those are some characters you need to know. There is a man up here. And when I say man, I mean a hobgoblin. This D is Durkle. He runs Junket. So he's like the head manager of this whole room. You can imagine, and I don't want to just take the time, but like all of these chairs are full of people gambling. So what you do notice right away is this whole room is really filled with goblinoid type humans. So you've got hobgoblins who are like really big goblins, often reddish color. You've got bugbears who are even bigger than hobgoblins, but furry. You've got normal goblins, kobolds who are like little distant relatives of dragons. You would see some Kenku maybe in here. But the one you guys are looking for is Gers. And he's sitting here playing on the blackjack table. And you can tell him right away because he's wearing black denim with like a big patch back and like spikes on his shoulders. And he's wearing tight black jeans that are ripped, right? He looks totally punk rock in the back corner. So lots of patrons, but these are like the important people you should know. Okay. How you guys doing?
I don't feel threatened. They didn't take any of our stuff. They even propped my keytar up in the corner, so it's not like they were destroying anything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out here. It doesn't seem... Well, we're not going to blend in, but I guess I feel comfortable walking out into the room unless one of you are stopping me.
I would... So I'm going to pause you for just a second and just say, like...
Eris points and just... Poke, pause.
Yeah. I would, because I'm standing between you and the door at this point, right? So,
and towering. You're probably twice
Yes.
the size of it.
Yeah, I'm like 6 foot. I'm probably your actual height, Patrick.
Great, thank you.
W- Why do you feel confident walking out there knowing that they've already bound us, knocked us out and bound us?
Who bound us?
I don't know, but someone in here has.
I don't know what happened. I don't even know how we ended up in here.
Well, we came here to get Grogu. I can't remember his name. And
Gruss.
you what is it?
Grutz.
Grutz.
Grusz.
Oh, Gruz.
He couldn't
Okay.
decide which one, so he just went with both.
Yeah. Is it S or Z? I'll do both. I'll double up.
He's a lizard folk, you know.
But when we showed up to just enter into the junket, we got knocked out and then bound and thrown into this closet. I'm interested why you feel so confident just walking out there without any sort of cover.
Why would they have not taken or hurt any of our stuff?
Do you expect to learn something in this closet? You might as well let him go and find out.
All right. I will reluctantly move out of the way and let him go. I'm not going out yet.
Here's our options. All right? Because we're not gonna go just fight this entire room of people. So our options are to try to escape from within the closet, so to look around and see if there's a way out without going through the door you're up against, or we have to go through the door you're up against.
I agree. But your cavalier attitude of just strolling out because these are your people, I wouldn't buy into that. So I'm gonna step back and let you do it. And
I'm
gonna
on
let
borrowed time as it is. Would you like to
Do not look a red shirt in what is it? Don't look a gift red shirt in the mouth. Just let him go.
Hey, let me ask you this, Will.
Yeah.
I am a part of a gang, and so my gang would only be other gnomes, correct?
For the most part, generally, yes.
Okay, great. All right. Well, if you want to, we can look around the closet and we can see if there's another way out. I'm happy to investigate around the edges.
You do you. I moved out of the way.
All right, I'm gonna stroll out. I'm just gonna stroll out. I'm gonna open the door confidently, and I'm gonna walk straight out.
Yeah, so feel free
Do
to
it.
move your token.
Boom.
As you kind of stroll through the door, none of the music changes. All the droids are still playing, but as you look over, no words are sent. But Durkle, the guy who owns it, dashes his eyes over to the hobgoblin. The hobgoblin looks at you and then looks at the two goblins, and he's like, "I told you to tie them up." And this goblin just reaches out to grab you. I need you to do a strength test to keep out of his arms.
Just go and put me in his arms. Just kidding. Okay.
Hold me close
Give me
now,
an
Tony
embrace.
Danza.
Embrace me, my brethren.
6.
Yeah, I rolled a 2. And my strength is way, way less than yours. So yeah, he grabs onto your chest, but you kind of squirm through, maybe push him away with your guitar or something. And you could tell that they're all just getting angrier. Would the two people in the room like to do anything as they see this little confrontation happen?
I would like to first go, "That's why they call me Slip Fingers." And I'm just still doing this while waiting on them to do something.
And what I say to L is, now he's told them his name. Ay, qué cosa más grande, coño. Oh gosh, we're gonna all
leaning over
die
to-
right now. We're gonna have just come out
I'm
of the
gonna
closet
lean
and
over
die.
to Eris. Be like, so now that he's figured out what our situation is, do you want to knock him out and take him out as a we'll pretend that we're subduing him and maybe get on their better side?
Man, I kind of think they know we came together. I think if this were a situation where we were sneaking up on them, I think that's a really good tactic. But they knew the three of us came together, so the idea that we would be now against him.
They knew we showed up at the door. It's not like it looks like I'm friends with the both of you. So what exactly do they know?
Okay, then how about this? How about we do this plan? How about we go out there, I'm holding you. And I say, I found her, she came untied too.
I don't see why it can't be the other way around.
Because I'm way bigger than you.
Mm, yes, but I don't think anyone would believe that I would let you hold me.
Well, that's sad.
As you guys are talking, the goblin pulls out like a little nightstick, and this one starts to approach.
All right, let's go help our buddy. I think we're just in the shit. I think we have to.
Fine, fine.
Yeah.
We'll do it the hard way.
Is it too late for me to put on a disguise?
Can I? I would like to.
What I would say is, no, it's not too late, but they'll all watch you do it.
Do I have like some glasses with like a nose and a mustache built in that I can just?
You just like pull out of your backpack.
You like crouch down and come out and like,
Yeah.
where did that guy go?
Oh gosh. I really wanted to play as this character. I'm gonna come out.
Hey, me too.
I'm gonna come out and just stand here. I'm not gonna engage. I'm just gonna come out here and stand here just next to him.
Yeah, and as you like stand out, like this goblin starts to approach too. And Durkle, you hear him yell out, "Hold bet!" And as he does, these almost like little metal garage door type things like roll over the tables, covering the cards and dice and all the bets. You see, oops, I moved the wrong guy. Boop, boop. I need to color these too, but I didn't set it up right. You see Gruss look at you, look at Durkle, and just bounce.
Oh,
As he does that, Durkle kind of gives a laugh and he goes, "I guess we know who you were here for." And then he goes, "But we can't have you messing with our patrons."
hey, I have no reason to. I have no quarrels with you guys. We're just gonna go. We don't need to fight. I'm good. We're not here for you guys. We don't want to mess up any of your stuff. I'm just as good to head out of here.
Yeah, and the goblin, this one like does back away a little bit, and this one kind of opens up a path, and Durkle goes, "All right, we can let you go, but if I see you coming back around here, we'll not let it go so easy."
You see me slowly moving through the, waiting for my rest of my party to follow.
Okay, so you guys, are you all exiting? What's Sleazel doing with his guitar?
I was still waiting to see how the situation unfolded.
Is this a nervous tick for you now?
I can't control this.
I would say you got your name from Jedi, but that guy, it's probably your fingers.
Man, we're just walking away with nothing. That's surprising. Have I been to this bar before?
No, I mean you would probably know of it just from have like been around, but because you don't like fit in with this crowd, you probably wouldn't have come here by choice, right? This even in the fourth ring, because the goblinoid creatures kind of had to like war their way onto the station, they're already seen kind of lesser, but they've just like created really strong communities. And this is like definitely a goblinoid bar or a goblinoid gambling hall.
How big is one of these goblins in relation to me?
So the goblins wouldn't be much taller than you at all, but the bugbear, kind of, he looks like the head guard. He's also in that like black, nice like jacket. He's probably 2 to 3 times your size.
Okay. If I cast Hideous Laughter on one of them, is that going to move us into combat or into initiative?
No.
All right.
We could say no.
All right.
I'm so confused though.
So what I want to do when I'm walking out, I want to say something to this goblin, and at the same time cast Hideous Laughter on the bugbear. Okay. So I want to say to this goblin, you want to hear a joke? And then I point down and say, "Those shoes." And then I want to cast Hideous Laughter on the bugbear.
How about this? All right, we can let you do that, right? Or, because I believe that is a first level spell, right?
It's
not a cantrip, I don't believe.
Oh, no. It costs an action for me to cast.
Right. But what we can do is if you want to do a performance roll, that could be another way just to like kind of get the room together and kind of leave on a good note if you want.
Yeah, deal. I'll do that. That's fine.
Okay, so why don't you give me a performance roll? And what we mean by that is you're going to roll a d20, you're going to go to your sheet, and you're going to add whatever number. For you, your performance is actually proficient, so you're going to add 4 to whatever your roll is. And we're going to aim for a 12.
21.
Oh, not only is the bugbear laughing, even Durkle in the back corner is just like
This asshole.
shaking his head with a little bit of a smile.
And then I'm just going to strut on out.
As you do. So as you guys make your way out, we're going to turn off. Oops.
So stupid.
We're going to turn back.
You're going to waste all your good rolls on stupid shit like that.
I am playing this character.
You're doing great.
Oh, where did my map go?
Okay, by the way, as I catch up to y'all, I'm going to say to y'all, we could have totally taken those guys back there.
No, you couldn't have, I don't think.
Okay, so we're going to try something. This is a 4th, and we're not going to use the map for a bit. We're going to do a 4th edition thing called a skill challenge. You guys exit out of the building, and you're just now in like a busy kind of street, right? You're just into the alley. Are we still screen sharing, Patrick?
Yeah.
Perfect. Let me come over here. So if we look at our map, we're kind of just in between right here. If you can see my arrow, right outside of A in the 3rd district. You guys exit, and it's just full of people walking back and forth. And you guys kind of like dash your head looking for Grutz, but like you guys can't find him.
Can I fly up?
So what we want to do, yeah, you could definitely fly up, but wait 1 second.
Okay.
What I'm gonna try to find, if I can. Okay. We're going to do what's called a skill challenge. What I need you guys to do, this is a 100% role playing with skill rolls. So we need to get 9 successes before 2 failures or 4 failures. You guys cannot fail completely, right? What we're really doing is determining what happens when you find Grutz. So if you get 4 failures, it's going to be rougher than if you get 2 failures. Does this make sense to you guys so far?
Yeah, I didn't hear that first part.
So you're not going to try to fail. What we do is skill challenge. So what you guys need to do is you need to look at your character sheets and look at your skills, your backgrounds, your items, and be like, what are things I could do to try to locate Grutz and find where he's going? Right? So it's a little bit of a puzzle, but what I don't want you guys to do, I don't want you to be like, hey, I'm going to use my perception and just roll your die, right? If you're going to use your perception, you need to tell me, like, what does that look like? What does using a perception to try to find Grutz mean? Does that make sense for you guys?
Yeah, you're asking us to kind of go full on how we can't just say I want to use this. We got to figure out how we're going to do this.
And we're not going to roll initiative, but one person is going to go and then can't go until everyone else does, right? So go whatever order you want, but just know you have to wait until everyone else.
Okay. I don't understand how we succeed and fail, but yeah.
So tell me what you want to do your action. Then you're going to roll your die, and there's like a number, like a DC, which is how Patrick was able to slide out of Goblin's hands. You just have to roll and come up with a reason and beat the DC.
Okay. I think for me, I want to fly up and use investigation while flying up, just to get a bird's eye view on the whole situation.
Cool. So give me a roll for your investigation.
Natural 20.
I mean, we can't ask for much more than that. So as you fly up, it's only a 30-foot ceiling, right? So you really can't go much higher than the crowd. In fact, as you go up, for the majority of it, your talons aren't much above the tall humanoids' heads. But you don't see Grutz ahead, but you do see the crowd kind of like opening up as it goes down. And Grutz is clearly making his way at this point. He's already down here turning right.
Okay.
So that's 1 success.
Can I as part of like a bonus action,
yes.
Can I tell them what I just saw?
Absolutely.
Okay. I do. I tell you what I just saw.
What's it
You'll
like
have to
being
bear
that
with
tall?
me.
Joe, don't worry. We're taking our time with this. So
I literally have to like go at what all of these are, like which all of my skills do, and figure out how to bend these. So like,
don't worry. What you could also do is you could tell me like an action you want to take, and I could tell you which skill that would apply.
Yeah.
Okay, so we see him up ahead turning, right?
Right. So Andrew or Eris is now up above you guys, and he kind of points down. Is it a he, Eris? I don't want to just assume.
It is his
Cool.
pronouns are he, him.
So he's in the air, and he points down the alleyway, and he's like, he's taking a turn.
Okay. So I'll go and say what I want to do
Yeah.
is I'm tiny
Yeah.
and a bit slick. I do have a disguise kit. So what I want to do is start putting on a disguise while I'm like bobbing and weaving to heading that direction, because my goal is I am in my disguise by the time I catch up to Gristle.
Okay.
Grisham.
What I can tell you right now is
Gross.
you do that, right? And you don't even have to do a roll for that. You're totally fine. But as you're running, you can tell he's like moving quite a bit faster than you, right? Potentially because of your tiny little legs.
Have you taken into account the deal I had with the devil?
You're right.
It was a music competition, and now I can run very fast.
You're running as fast as he is. Yeah. But he's still maybe like one street ahead of you. But yeah,
How
you are
long these
fully.
streets?
Was that?
How far is Grunts, or how long are these streets?
I would say like each one's probably like a couple New York City blocks.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So we're talking what, a quarter mile? Like is it 5 blocks is a mile? It's been a while.
I don't know. I live in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I now live in Lincoln, Nebraska, so yeah, let's say it's probably the whole district is probably about a mile. So you guys would be running, let me get the viewer to actually, you guys would be running about half of it.
Okay.
But that's cool. Why don't you give me, instead of, let me see if this makes sense for you. It could. Instead of, you put on your disguise well, he won't even see you coming if you get close. But why don't you give me an athletics roll to see how fast you keep up?
10.
See how nimble.
All right, 10's going to be your first failure. Which
See?
is it's okay.
Did you
It's
see how
okay.
much they laughed at that joke, though?
Yeah, they're laughing at us.
But it's okay. You've now left the group, and you are like probably halfway between them two. Okay, Tracy, do you kind of have some ideas of what you want to try?
I do. You can tell me if this is like
Go for it.
silly or not. We're learning here. I would like to consider using insight
Okay.
to see if I can kind of like discern which direction he might be. Is he going to go straight? Is he kind of leaning left? Is he leaning right? Like I'm trying to figure out if he's going to keep going,
Yeah.
or if we can maybe like.
No, that makes total
Yeah.
sense.
Like
So why don't you give me your insight roll?
Okay, and I rolled a d20 on this one, right?
Yes, you do. Oh, is this your first roll?
It is, and it's a 19.
19 plus.
Oh god.
I mean, you're definitely 1. I just figured I'd get you used to this.
Yeah. So insight is +5.
So 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly. So as you saw him, or as Eris saw him running and turning, you would assume that is either going this way or down. But chances are he's not going to District 4. He's probably aiming down this direction. So heading right towards 5, 7, 9, 11.
Okay.
All right, Patrick, we're back to you.
What did Andrew do?
No, wait, no, I'm sorry. You're the one who failed. Andrew, it's your turn.
Yeah, you're the failure. I would just clock that way, still up in the air. I would kind of beeline.
And you know your flying speed is much faster than your. So why don't you give
twice
me?
the speed, yeah.
Yeah, I think this would be athletics as well, right? You're gonna just try to race down there.
Athletics. 16.
Plenty. All right, so you are now going to be down here near the district lock wall, and you can see he's making his way down 5 towards 7 now. So you guys can cross 5 off. And let's just, Patrick, think about what you're doing. Just take some time so I can remember where I put this guy's base on my map. Where are we? Where are we?
I wish we had a little grunts dude.
What was that?
I wish we had like a little grunts like icon. Like
we can. One sec. I'll put one in once I remember where I put him. Okay.
Let's see.
I'm It's been a while since I did this, and I did not prepare this one part right. Uh, okay.
It's fine.
Hey! I knew where he was. Um, so let's get you a grunts token. He's around here now.
What? Wait, where am I at? I just put my token here. I don't actually know where I am.
Yeah, I mean you're right around there, right?
Yeah, we started
who's
here.
purple?
That's me.
Cool. So
Surprise.
you guys would probably both be just slowly moving. Andrew's the only one who's been like booking it.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry. Patrick, you did at least try to run, so you're going to be a little bit ahead.
Okay, this is
It's too real.
a thoroughfare, like a street. So there are vehicles, motorcycles.
So they'd be very small, right? No big trucks or anything, because in total, if each of these is about a mile, we're only talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 miles total. So maybe small bikes, like electric little moped type things.
Perfect. So I want to look for someone that is like trying to get into or off of their bike, their vehicle.
You want Grand Theft Auto this moped?
Well, I know I wanna use my charm on them. So I'm a very charming person. So
Yeah.
I want to charm them into letting me borrow it. I'll bring it right back.
So are you thinking this would be like an act of persuasion then? Or were you thinking about using a spell? Do you have a charm spell?
Oh, I do have charm humanoid or charm person, which allows me to
Cool.
charm a humanoid specifically.
And I misspoke, right? We talked about this last session. We've reskinned a bunch of these. So, like, most of Patrick's things, if not all, don't have to do with magic. This is just pure charisma and, like, the ability to work people. So, where traditionally charm person would be like casting a spell on someone, he's just going to smooth talk him, at least try to.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Pure charisma is Patrick's autobiography.
Okay, so do you have the information for that particular ability?
Yeah, so with charm humanoid, humanoid would I have to be able to see them.
Yep.
They have to make a wisdom saving throw, and and if it fails, they're charmed until the spell ends, and the spell lasts for an hour.
Or loss of concentration, I believe, which you will not lose concentration. Okay, so what do I have to roll against?
Well, I think you have to roll against whatever my roll is, right?
No, probably not. What does it say?
It
sorry.
says you have to do a wisdom saving throw.
Cool. So what you would have is a spell DC. I can't remember what it is, but for you, it would be your charisma, I believe. And this is what I meant by we played loose D&D. I'm going to tell you what I believe your character does, and then after this, we just got to make sure later for next game.
Sure.
But I believe for you, it is your charisma. So for you, it would be a 2 plus a 2 for your proficiency bonus plus 10. So your base save is 14.
Great.
And we said this is, I'm sorry, one more time. Wisdom?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, I got a 6. So the guy's like, okay, I guess you can just bring it back, please.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I'm Sleazel. I always bring it back.
And he's like, why didn't you say so in the beginning? I love your music.
And then I'm going
I have it on my Zune.
Andrew, this is supposed to be a fantasy world. All right, Tracy, we're back to you. And you guys,
fairness, you did say this was made of old technology.
You're right. You guys are almost halfway through your successes, and you guys are tracking him, right? You got almost eyes. I would say, who's it? Andrew's the bird. I'll get used to your characters eventually. Andrew could probably still see like the crowds moving. Potentially now and then, you just see like this black denim jacket lizard folk, and his head kind of looks like a iguana, right? Real boxy, kind of buff. And you can see him like sometimes pushing people all the way where like the view would open and then close back around him again. But Tracy, what are you thinking now?
So I'm looking around, right? Because other people are moving off and I'm kind of trying to gauge how I'm going to like move forward. Can you tell me a bit about what like are there the buildings or edifices are? There roofs? Are
Sure.
there
That's a great question. So the entire ring is only 3 stories tall. And almost all, if not all, everything you see around you goes straight to the ceiling. And the ceiling's like a sheet metal kind of material, and so are the buildings. It's just like you're like inside of a giant air conditioning duct.
Interesting. So there are things that I could theoretically get up onto.
Sure.
um, so let's say
And I
I
would
would.
say even more than the buildings, like there'd be piles of rubbish. There'd be like maybe windows or pieces of steel might be even like bent out a little bit past the buildings just from
Mhm.
age.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a stretch. Again, you're gonna have to tell me what's kind of in, but I would love to use an acrobatic skill
Yeah.
to kind of like hardcore parkour my way up above crowd, like on buildings or pipes,
Yeah,
or
like
like
you
kind of just
think
like
it'd be
moving
faster to
forward.
move to go over
Yeah.
them a little bit.
Yes, to
I
get
dig it.
above the crowd.
Yeah, makes total sense.
Okay, now I have to roll this thing. 17. And then with the acrobatics too, so it's 19 total.
You're rolling really, really good. Um, I've only rolled a 6 and a 2 so far, so congrats. Yeah, you do fine. You guys see who is around you're purple?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So let's just move you kind of like up here now.
I made an
And you
assumption about where I was.
yeah, it's fine.
I
It's
feel
totally
good
fine.
about it.
But Andrew, because we're back to your turn, you see as L kind of just runs up the wall underneath you and kind of like jumps maybe just a couple like dozen feet before. All right,
Yeah,
Andrew.
I give a little bit of a smirk and think maybe we will get along.
Yeah, like maybe
Um,
this the game afoot.
Yeah.
L the whole
Uh,
time is thinking like, I knew I didn't need these idiots.
You guys also watch as Grits passes District 7.
Okay.
Mm.
He's running a mile every 6 seconds.
Well, I
Lizards.
just moved Tracy from 3 and then gave her the whole hook. So
I mean, I walk fast, but
I think, man, we are aggressively moving. I want to. I mean, I gotta gain ground on him, so I think I'm just gonna fly straight down this deal, and I'd like to. Is he still in like a whole crowd of people, or am I able to?
yes, so the way this whole place would be is always crowded,
Okay.
right? This ring has just way too much, way too many population. Like they're overpopulated to the max.
All
So
right, then
what
I
do you
want to do. I want to do what L did, and maybe try to gain some
distance?
like try to see if I can kind of get a read on which direction he may be going, so that I can maybe go at an angle at this point instead of
total
just
sense.
straight
Yeah.
down this row.
Yeah.
So,
So-
am I doing?
An insight or maybe insight or perception, whichever one you want.
Let's do. They're both 0. Okay, great.
Oh, you're just doing a raw roll then.
I just rolled a 3.
It's okay.
I
We'll
told
go-
you, you're a shitty bird.
So you try to look and something happens. Maybe you fly into one of the large propaganda posters. And in fact, like while you're doing it, you don't quite see where he's going, but you gain the attention of everyone around you from the loud thud into that little sign.
So question.
Yeah.
Should I be gaining more ground?
Every
Because I'm-
turn, we're going to move a little bit.
I know, but should I be gaining more ground than what I am doing? Because shouldn't I be moving faster than him? Is he moving 50?
No, but he's definitely moving over 30. So you're going to, yeah, you're definitely moving a little bit faster than him, but not,
Okay, all right.
not super.
I would think that in a couple of turns I should be able to catch him unless
Yeah.
something happens, right?
Yeah. Unless you like,
Theoretically. Okay.
unless you
just making-
keep flying into signs.
Okay. Cool. Thanks for the color commentary.
Yeah. All right.
So, in an attempt to go even faster, the thing is the crowd's not paying attention to me. I'm having to do a lot of bobbing and weaving. So I'm going to take my keytar. I'm going to swing it around in front of me, flip on my pocket amplifier that I have, and then I'm just going to like big chord, okay? Blast out that noise. I want to get attention. That way they'll get out of my way.
Yeah. I like it. So a performance roll, I would assume.
Throttle's on this side, so I got a big chord this side. I got to be I'm going to swing it this way, big chord.
Yeah.
We don't have the license for that, so it's just
Oh.
Bennett. Nope, it's not that either. I don't know which one. Okay. I rolled a 1.
Wow.
Do
Wait,
not
even
think
with
this
your
would be
bonus?
so hard. I haven't added the bonus. I was just it was a 1. It was a
Yeah, it's a crit fail.
critically bad.
Hey, do you want to just tell us? I'll let you color it up for us.
Do you want to just tell us how you crashed your moped?
Yeah. What I'm picturing is like you kind of like lifted your left foot to do the throttle while playing guitar, and you just like swerved into some boxes.
I think the bigger issue is that I hit one of the notes was wrong, and immediately I was like, "Ah, fuck!" And I pulled all my attention to the keyboard.
Yeah.
And in that moment, the bars just turned a little bit, and I just went straight over. Like,
But in the end of the day, everyone did notice you.
that's true. And so as a kind of like I'm okay, I just play like I'm okay.
All right. Okay, I think we're back to Tracy.
Yeah. And so can you tell me where we are in terms of distance? Because I don't quite know how fast I am climbing versus walking. And I also
So let's
don't
say
know how
you're probably
compares.
around here. Like you're almost a full mile now.
Full mile.
Yeah, but you can see just barely, because you also have to remember, you guys are always running uphill, no matter where you are in the ring, because you're always at the lowest point. You're always, so you might just barely see Eris's like kind of feet or talons kind of going around that curve.
Mm.
So you know you're in the right direction, right? Like
Mm.
you've got that point.
Right. This is interesting. Let's see.
She steals Sleazel's moped.
I feel like the moped would be a lot slower, like trying to weave through this crowd than going up and over.
Yeah, without
Unless
that guitar.
Yeah, unless you could really make a pocket to drive through.
Yeah.
That was a very good idea.
Who knew that driving a moped while holding a guitar was going to be difficult in a crowd of people?
Can't know that.
Okay, so like I'm wondering at this point, as a ranger with expert marksmanship, is a mile too far to take a shot at him?
So purely because of the curve.
Not a lethal shot, but
no, right.
Some
purely
kind of
because of like the curve in the crowd, you wouldn't even be able to get like eyes on him.
Okay.
You can just barely see Eris.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like
my talons.
Yeah.
Like we can't even like do one of those like arced things where like I'm bending bullets and shit, like downwards.
I mean that's a silly question, but
yes,
also what's hard to remember, like you guys when making your characters, you're like, I got a cool backstory, I'm a smuggler, I'm a bounty hunter, like whatever, right? And then you're like, oh, I also am a ranger, but you're also just level 1.
Exactly.
Right. Yes. So like in 6 or 7 levels, you could probably like shoot backwards and still hit your target.
Right.
But for now, I probably wouldn't take the risk.
And that makes sense to me. A mile seems far to me too, but we gotta check, right? We gotta do our due diligence here.
I appreciate the questions. What are you saying, Andrew?
I was saying at this level, you can be 10 feet from him, shoot at him, and still hit me.
At this level, the only thing you could be good at is music and still mess up.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe at this point, like, can I just try to run faster? Like, I don't know how hard I'm trying at this point, but like he's in view, right?
So the last turn, I believe you did what was it, athletics check? No, acrobatics check, right?
It was acrobatics. Yeah, I didn't do athletics.
So let's do athletics then.
Okay.
And I think your athletics is probably kind of alright-ish, right? Where are you?
It's not great.
No, it's V bad.
Yeah, it's bad. So I would have to continue to roll high. And I gotta be honest, at this point, I kind of just want to see how it goes. I have yet to fail. So we'll see if this is where I have that critical.
Yeah, well, I like it.
Try playing a guitar and riding a motorcycle.
Exactly. I'm learning from Sleazel. I'm trying to siphon off some of this.
Easy killer.
Motorcycle.
I mean, to a gnome, it seems like a motorcycle, right?
Okay. It's like if y'all seen like a Honda like Goldwing or whatever, it's like that equivalent for me. Yeah.
My dad had a Honda Goldwing. And as a full-grown 6-foot adult, it's still too big.
Exactly.
So I think at this point, to get specific, because that's what we're trying to do with these skills check, right? Is I'm gonna try to like pick up my pace and catch up to Eris to see if we can either like while running, like come up with a plan maybe in an out of breath way, or just kind of like reconnoiter a bit. So I'm going to try to catch up and we're gonna do this really, really risky athletics roll.
I like it.
All right, here we go. It's an 8, so that's a 7.
7. All right, we're gonna say that's your. I mean, that's not as bad as the performance before, but we're gonna say
No,
that's gonna be your. Oops.
it
fourth
is. It's a
fail.
that would be a fail.
Why is it not red? What happened there? Boom. Okay. So what we're gonna do now, like that's the max failures you guys could get. So the worst off you could be.
Thanks.
You guys do keep track of him until he enters 11. But the whole way here, you guys have been like gaining eyes, right? And what you see is when Gretz gets over here, he gets to his house, he opens the door, he gives a whistle, and 2 more little lizard folk run in with him, and he closes the door behind him.
So we see that. So we're down there now.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're gonna
so
get rid of this map sooner than later.
We don't
So
continue doing the skill challenge?
no, I mean,
We failed it miserably.
we had 4 fails.
I had my best idea yet.
hey, how about this? How about you give me it, and if it's really good, we'll give you inspiration point for later.
Ooh.
How good is it?
Well, what I was going to try to do,
What happened was
what I was going to try to do.
Oh, hey, wait, before you explain it, how about this rule? If it works, you come up with a really great idea and it works, you get a point of inspiration. If you fail, I get to give you a disadvantage whenever I want.
Yeah, baby.
So I have a
I
hand.
love gambling.
This is a gamble for me. I was
Yeah.
going all in with the idea that I'm not too worried about this character. And I have a hammer that represents the gang I'm a part of. And I know that there's gang members around. Well, I don't know. Maybe there are. So I was going to hoist my hammer into the air. And the hope, and because we can still see this person running up ahead. And what I was trying to do is like basically a chain of information. Can I get the attention of this person to then this person to then this person to basically like get gang help up ahead? That's what I was going to try to do.
Okay, let me look. Let's see. Do you care if your gang is public?
No, right now I don't care in this moment.
No, so yeah, but like, what gang are you a part of then?
Oh, I thought it was very obvious. I'm a part of the Stillskins.
Okay, I just couldn't remember, and I didn't.
Of
print
the
off second sheet.
Rumpelstiltskins?
the Stilkins of the Rumpelstilkins.
Wow, I didn't realize
Macaroons!
Okay,
Stillskins.
so you know the Steelskins are like a very mining focused, usually working, right? There's probably some on the 6th ring. There definitely potentially could be some on the 4th, but it's going to be hard, right? So our checks have been around 10 or 12 so far. If you can beat a 15 with your roll, we'll say you do get help. Someone like kind of helps you get through. I don't know how. Maybe you can come up with an interesting
Well,
way.
the idea for help is I wanted to make sure we didn't lose where Gris was going, and then if we could impede Gris, that's even better. So I called him Gristle, I realize, and so the hope is to minimum keep tabs on him, maximum impede his movement. You know,
Okay,
like,
how about-
oh, sir, I sorry, I dropped my fucking mining axe and you tripped and fell, you idiot.
So let's say 15 gets you there. 18 actually gets one of your failures taken away. Both would give you inspiration.
And do I get to pair anything with it, or is this like this is just a...
Ooh, that's a good question. So who are you, Sleazel?
I'm the man.
So if we look at
I'm the man.
we're playing like this homebrew thing,
I'm a
right?
real boy.
And if I go to your character and I go to skills in our document and I look at intelligence,
I want to point out my
history-
intimidation's a 4, by the way. I'm a real man.
Oh wait, no. Okay, so I'm looking at our character skills and intelligence, and what Arcana says is, in this new scenario, it would be knowing someone's gang affiliation. So why don't you give me a Arcana check to see if you can just spot someone up ahead that can help you out.
Okay.
15, 18 gets rid of one.
I just rolled a nat 20.
Play in the game.
Flames.
Yeah. So not only does that happen, right? But one of the skin sees one of like the small lizard folks and just like kicks him down an alley, right? And because the skill skin are like these minor dudes, right? So he's probably got like dirt on him. He just doesn't care. He just sees him. He just like kicks him down and gives you like a thumbs up, right?
Love it.
So you can choose right now, right? You're at the 5 point. We would need 3 or 4 more successes, right? Or would you like to just take this? You've passed the 2 spot, so you're already getting 1 negative, which is the 1 extra lizard folk instead of the 2.
Yes.
Would you like to stop the skill challenges and just try to enter, or do you want to keep going?
For our community's sake, and
Yes.
specifically Jedi's sake,
Yes.
I want us to keep pressing. I want us to keep going.
I thought that was gonna go the other way.
Yeah.
Screw
Wait, but
those
hang on.
guys.
But hang on.
Yeah.
That's just 1 vote.
That is also true.
There's 2 other party members here.
But that was an audience vote.
I would say I wanna get in there and get in the thick of it. I don't want any worse things to happen to us.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I feel like we're pressing our luck.
So because of that kind of little rewind idea using the gang affiliation, you guys already now know, like you're clear aware that he's got these affiliations with like what is an illegal gang in here. And from this view, you can tell, even though it's all full of gnomes, like this little gnome just kicked this little lizard folk down an alley without any problems. And that gnome like quickly disappears, right? Because he knows he's not supposed to be outed too. You guys now all enter or approach this little metal door in the wall that you watched both of them run through. So all 3 of you guys are standing like outside again, yet another door. But this one's just a home, right? This is not, this is probably not a any sort of gambling hall or anything. This is just like their den. What would you guys like to do now that you're at this door?
I just want to tell you, both of you, I'm feeling jazzed right now.
Yeah.
And maybe slightly bruised from the accident.
I would high five him.
I quickly pull out my rock concealer and try to cover up the scratches.
So is this building, I would have just kind of lowered, right, like down after flying there. Is this building 2-story? Like what's the size of this building?
So it's 3 stories, at least 3 homes, like different homes.
Okay.
He's on the first floor.
Okay, on the first floor. And there would be, if I just do a quick cursory look around, there's no reason for me to try to fly up and get on the top of this building.
No, and you would know because of, again, the population issue, that all 3 levels would be completely separated, right?
Okay.
And you would also assume, this is just like knowledge you guys would have, is that Grits wouldn't live in this home alone. Like almost nobody does.
Okay.
People who live alone would like rent rooms adjacent to other people. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Then I would ready my crossbow.
Will, do you
and
live
then
alone?
I would try. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did he say?
So let's not say never.
What did he say?
But I'm not on the 4th ring.
I asked Will if he lived alone. He seemed really adamant that it was weird to live alone, so I don't know.
Oh, no. It's weird here because that would be like affluent. I'm rich. I'm the richest.
I would try to. I'd pull my weapon out, and then I would try to use my talon and kick the door in.
Whoa. I'm going to quickly pause. I have a disguise.
Oh, he pokes you this time.
Boop. I have a disguise.
You already actually disguised.
Yeah,
you
I
put
can
it on
just
before.
Knock on the door and pretend that I'm here to like install solar on the house.
Talking
I
about
go ahead
your
and
Lord
I
and
kick
Savior
the door.
Sealskin.
I try to kick the door.
Okay, well, I can't stop you. That's clear.
Yeah, why don't you give me a strength check?
Can I do stealth?
Wait a minute.
Wait.
No. You
Wait
go
a
and
minute.
kick that door.
Andrew,
Hold on.
turn back the knob a little bit.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if
turn
we
back
want to
the
try to
knob?
finesse this, you should let me do it.
I'm also saying that
What?
the rogue in the group, who is equipped with thieves' tools and can lockpick, is trying to kick down the door.
That's because the adrenaline is running through my
Yeah, man. Then just
heart
give.
and veins.
You know what? Then just RP through. Give me that strength check.
The quarry is in view.
It's
L, we can't help him right now. Okay.
It's a 5.
I offered a way out.
So you guys, L and Slickfinger, are there talking? And he's like, I got a like a costume on, I could get in. And then L is like, I don't need your help, right? And you're talking. And all of a sudden, you see Eris like fly down and kick the door and just crumple into the wall, like a bird into a window.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly. I can't fucking push Eris out of the way. I'm gonna tell Eris to get out of the way because I'm hoping that came across as just a heavy knock, and I'm gonna be standing at the door, ready to greet whoever opens it.
Yeah. And you wait for a little bit, right? I think Eris like starts to get up, maybe like prunes himself a little bit, and no one comes. You can assume that sounded like a giant, like a truck hit the door. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a 6'11" bird.
Yeah. Andrew, was there a squawk involved in that impact too?
I went, "Waka!"
All right, I'm gonna choose to go ahead and knock on the door just one more time. Just
Wait.
Gentlemen, I would really like to slow the parade of idiocy for one moment and just roll an investigation check to see if there are any weak points or entry points
a costume
in
on.
the building. That's wonderful that your plans have yet to pan out, so let's do this one.
You guys remember when you wanted to do this all alone in the beginning? Okay, you want to give me that investigation check?
On rotation. So hold on, let me do investigation.
Yeah, okay. So I guess I can knock on the door now?
You go ahead.
What did you roll, L? Oh my god.
But like your investigation's probably not that bad, right? What's that? Gives you 3. You got 3.
No. I want to be really clear. That number is with the bonus.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
I
A
did.
crit fail. Yeah, so there's quite a while where you're just sitting there looking at the door being like, I feel like I should be able to get in here. And it's just like burn in
and then
time.
you realize she's looking at the door across the street.
I'm looking at the next door neighbors and
Eris was like, I didn't miss the door. I just didn't get through.
Yeah. Okay. Okay,
Who
this
knew we were
is
gonna
not
keep
working.
doing the skill challenge?
Let's all take a breather real quick. You said this is 3 floors, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We're disconnected.
Yeah, neighbors are now like looking around too, being like, what is going on?
Yeah, this has gotten weird for everybody. Now, let me ask you this. On this block, like houses butt up to houses from the back, and then there are also units stacked on top of each other?
Yeah.
And this is an internal... Sorry, I can't see with the tokens. So this is one of the internal ones?
It'd be like, where's my mouse? If I move him, it'd be like right here, this little vertical that's inside 11.
So I see right there. Okay, great.
Is it can you get to the other homes from the ones above?
Do you mean like could they like go from home to home?
Yes. Could I get so they're all individual.
They're row houses.
But it's not 3 homes stacked. It's homes with 3 floors.
No, it's individual floor, like 1 floor homes stacked.
So then how do you get to that?
I think, Andrew, that means you need to pick the lock.
Are we looking at like a Fifth Element style living situation?
Yes,
You know how they
very
have like
similar
the
to that.
pods?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or
Or how
like-
do they get?
on
Are there
the
stairs? Are there
floor.
external stairs? Like,
Yeah,
that's what-
and probably little like metal ramps.
That's the part that I was missing.
Okay.
I felt like they were flat, so
did I.
San Francisco style, Okay, so
I would say
yes,
some of them
will.
also probably just have like ladders, right? Like some of them have platforms, some will have ladders. A lot of it after 700 years is just kind of makeshift at this point.
Okay, so
Eris,
I'm
it's clear he knows we're coming for him.
I'm shaking it off. And I'm like, okay, let me just. And I reach into my cloak and I grab my thieves' tools, and I go to pick the lock.
And while
The first door picked out of defeat.
I know. And while he's grabbing his thieves' tool, I am gonna go ahead and I have a pistol on me.
Uh-huh.
And I am just gonna go ahead and just put my hand in my shirt and have like my hand on the pistol. I'm ready to go
draw.
in. I'm ready to go in.
Yeah.
Do I roll?
Yep.
What am I rolling? I'm rolling a sleight of hand.
Yeah. Let's do that, and you'll get proficiency because you're using.
Yeah, I
your...
got 20, son.
Yeah. In fact, you go into a lockpick and you guys realize the door's already unlocked. No one checked. So thanks, guys.
Why'd you have to say that? Couldn't you just said, "Hey, your roll was great enough. Way to go."
So if we go down this bottom corner, you guys are all now in this room, and what you can tell is, sorry there, as you guys are all kind of used to these homes, right? Each of you actually have your own living situation on this ring. As you walk in, you tell like immediately as you enter, there's a false wall that they installed. Like whatever this room, this building or living situation was like, they have like created new things. And you guys go up to that door and it's clearly locked. Right? Like they have this false entrance.
Then I use my thieves' tools.
Yeah, and because it was such a good roll, let's just say that you use it for this one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Guys,
Because you went to go unlock it and it just opened.
I
you're like,
fell
"Okay,
in
next
and then stuck the thieves' tool into the next door accidentally.
While he's unlocking it, I do want to quickly ask, you didn't see that keytar thing on the moped, right? You don't think Elle saw it, do you?
Are you trying to impress her?
I'm trying to impress both of you.
I just stay quiet.
Great.
I would like to mention
Things get really awkward in this small room.
just to mention, I am he, they. There is no she to be impressed, just to be clear.
So
Okay.
everyone's he's.
In fairness, I said both of you.
I know.
Previous said she.
I said, okay.
Should have clarified. My fault.
So
Okay.
If that's open, then I'd like to try to stealth down the
So
down that
what
portal.
you see in there is a long hallway that turns left. You guys hear, as you guys open that first door, Grutz came in, locked that door. As you unlock it, just like flawlessly, you hear Grutz close another door at the end of this hallway, but you can't see him right because of the bend, and you hear a beep beep.
Okay. Slow down. Let's be careful when we walk because we don't know if any of this is booby trapped.
Right.
So if you want to lead, I mean, you have to lead because I think it's a narrow hallway. But let's actually I guess investigate as we go to make sure we don't trip anything.
Yeah.
I think this is where I could probably use some of my insight.
Or your insight, your investigation. I think all of those would work well. Yeah. Or
Would you like to go in front of me?
perception would be really good at this time.
Yeah, I also think that would make a lot of sense. So yeah, I think I can just like, does it make sense? Do I need to be more specific than like I kind of cast like I like slowly slip past Eris just to kind of cast about.
And you put your eyes all over that hallway.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
corners, like checking things. And so I have
So
to
why
roll
don't you?
for this.
Yeah. How's your perception doing?
Uh,
Perception's real good.
is significantly
Yeah,
higher.
that's way better than insight. For the insight would be like if you're doing this to a person. Perception is like if you do it for an environment.
I'm imagining the SpongeBob where his eyes like go to the paper and then just start moving like all over it. That's what I'm imagining.
That would be very upsetting.
For
I'm sorry to
everybody.
I roll for success, I assume. And
Yes.
dear God, don't be a 1 again. It is a 6, so it's 11 total.
That's plenty. So right now you see, and for today, we're gonna do this like you guys are gonna all roll because I wanted you to get used to playing Traces your first time. Eventually, these kind of perception rolls I'm gonna do behind this, and then I'm just gonna tell you the result without telling you the number.
Sure.
So that you guys, we talked about this and that rule coming from what's her name? Wall. I can't remember her first name. So you go down there and you see that there's nothing here. But as you turn the corner and you kind of just like poke your head a little bit, you see another what you would assume is a locked door and a gun like coming out of the wall above it. Now, let me just be clear one more time. There's nobody holding the gun. It's like a mounted little turret type thing. And as you like poke, the reason you saw it immediately is that there's a little red light on it. And you can assume that that beep beep was him like turning on his defenses.
Can I
Okay.
ask if there's like in casting about like what else I like saw in the hallway, kind of like around like are there
Yeah.
lights? Are there features in
No
the
worries. Like
hall?
as you're walking down and you like push, you can tell these walls were like probably not made with the ship, right? Like this whole pathway has been like custom built by them. In fact, this is probably to a bigger building, like a bigger room that they've like maneuvered as a defense thing. For
Mm,
some reason, I mean, your perception roll wasn't this good, but for some reason,
no.
you could assume that they're probably building this type of stuff to like keep safe, right? Like you're not the first people to come after him, hence the
All right.
gun.
So I'm behind her. You're relaying all this information to us, yeah?
Yep.
So I
I
can
will
see
choose
over
to
her.
cooperate at this time.
So I can see over L,
Sure.
and
You're actually like quite small, so you could probably just like easily get around her and be like, boop.
Yeah.
him.
Yay.
Sorry, say them.
Gosh,
Either
Will.
or, just literally not that.
It's gonna take me a long time because I'm looking at your
Fine.
face.
I know it. I'm messing with y'all with the gender swap.
Could you please use a different voice?
No.
At our last campaign, Zach played a female character.
Yeah, I bet he did.
I don't know if I ever got it right. So,
yeah, I bet he did.
but he's got a beard. It was really hard. All right, what are we doing?
And his voice is a little grizzly anyway. Do we have so I just want to remind the crew, I have an X-ray viewer. If we has a one-time use. I don't remember all the ways that it works, but being that these are makeshift walls, I feel like that could become handy, and we need to so we can determine if what we're dealing with, if it's even worth, trying to trudge forward, or do we need to try to dismantle this laser gun?
Yeah, I would be intrigued if there's a. I don't have any armor and I don't have anything on me that's going to help me in this case. I would be intrigued if we could actually go through the wall. That seems to be like it might make the most sense, and to not even deal with the door.
It would
Yeah.
be very hard to like break through the wall.
This is for us to decide, Will.
I know. I'm just giving you a heads up.
Take a run at
That a
it.
fail would just be another crash on the door. You know, I let failures happen. It's happened a ton today.
Okay, all right, easy.
But as you push the walls, it's not like cardboard, right? It's like someone like built metal walls in here.
Okay.
But the X-ray thing could feasibly work in this situation.
Yeah. What I would ask is what would have to, if you were thinking about this like just like logically out loud, what would you have to not see to not make it worth, like, Grutz, your mark is in there, right?
We know that he has passed through that door. We don't know that he's immediately on the other side
Oh,
of it.
that's fair. Okay.
But
I mean,
based on
yeah.
what you just said,
Oh
I kind
no.
of feel like we know.
No. What I would say is, he hasn't exited, right? He's still
Sure.
in this den somewhere. You don't know if he's in the next room or not.
Guys, I'm going to be honest. I have costumes, but I don't think that helps us with a turret.
No.
Okay.
And we're just against burning this building down, right? 'Cause
Have-
we're on the clock at this point.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Right.
Fire on the station's a bad plan.
Here's what I'm thinking.
I know.
2 thoughts. 1, does anybody have a mirror the same size as this hallway? Because that worked in the movie Toys with Robin Williams. 2,
I love it.
Vintage
Is-
film. We're talking about vintage films at this point.
is it possible to get the door we just came through off its hinges and to use it partially as a shield?
Yeah, I think it would be a pretty high strength check. I don't know if anyone in this group has strength.
L
But you-
seems pretty manly.
You'd be trying to rip this door off like metal hinges, right?
Oh, it doesn't have like pins I can pop out.
Oh, I mean, actually, you're a gnome with the tinker tools, right?
I do have Tinker. I don't
I
call
also have a crowbar,
Yep.
a raven bar, if you will.
Okay, what I'll say is let's
The
do.
Raven bar. Nice.
We'll keep it a strength check, but we can use Patrick, you can use your tinker tools. Andrew, you can help him with your crowbar, and you guys can both roll. And Patrick, you could roll 2 d20s, strength check, looking for a 12.
Exactly. Just kidding.
I rolled a 5.
And I get to roll twice?
Yeah,
But this is advantage, is what you're saying.
because of Andrew's help or Eris's help.
Well, he's not done shit so far.
You wouldn't have known where we were going if I hadn't flown up.
15.
Okay, yeah. So as you're using the tinker tools, you're disassembling, maybe with like small screwdrivers, disassembling each of the hinges, and then Eris like just pulls the crowbar underneath and just pops it up and out. And there's like a loud thud as it lands behind you guys, right? It's a fairly heavy door, but at this point, everyone knows you're in here anyway. Like more sound doesn't really hurt.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna start playing my guitar in the background.
The more sound we make might be more intimidating.
So
What are they doing there? Do
Oh,
we know
yeah.
what kind of weapon like the turret is? Like, is it like, are we talking like lasers? Are we talking bullets? Like, do we know
You
any
would
of this?
assume. I think just by looking at, you would assume it's just like a simple bullet. All of your weapons currently, because they were gotten on this ring, the bullets are actually made to like do less impact, so that they don't pierce the walls of the buildings or the station.
Hmm.
And Grit's not being all that well off. It's probably just like a simple like pistol that he like rigged up there.
And
So-
even though my weapon has a piercing.
Yeah, it would like pierce like clothing, but it wouldn't pierce a wall.
Okay.
And piercing isn't like a it's not an action.
Right,
It's like
it's a-
adjective of like
right,
damage
yeah.
type.
So I think we just it does. I mean, whoever wants to go first, go first. Probably shouldn't be me because I don't have the muscle. But if you want to just put the door in front of you, we can just slide it in front of us until we get close enough to the gun that we can then just reach up and disable it.
Yeah, let's do that. I can go first since I'm the tallest. It seems like it would be the easiest for me to push that door down the way.
Does everyone agree to this?
I will agree to stand behind all of the others.
You're gonna stand behind the corner until they're done.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just excited for the session that we become a team.
That might be a long time.
Okay, I would do like almost the opposite. Like Andrew, because you're gonna be the one like pushing this heavy door, give me an athletics check. I don't know, maybe Patrick is there for moral support using his bard abilities. So give me 2 rolls, Andrew, to like push this door all the way across the hallway.
14.
That's the highest for both.
I'm
Yeah.
giving 2 rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other one was a critical one.
Yeah, don't worry. So you guys, we'll just give it to you. You get the door close enough, and you slowly like perch it up against the locked door, and you kind of can reach up now and disable it. But Patrick, you're going to be the one that has to, because you have your tinkerer tools, and I need a sleight of hand check.
Get on my shoulders.
I was gonna say, do I need to roll to get on someone's shoulders?
Nah, you're spry.
Sleight of hand ain't great. Oh wait, I had
Your sleight of hand is +3, I think, right? Wait, that says 13.
on my sheet you put 13.
It's got to be
I'm
+3.
Got very slippy fingers.
I don't even need to roll.
Yeah. Let's see. For sure, +3.
Okay, it's just a 6. Not very good.
Yeah. So what I'll say is you disable it, but as it's coming down, it takes a shot, and I'm just gonna see if it hits either of you guys with a D20. No, because I rolled another 6 today. New dice. Yeah. So you disable it, and you like bring down like, and it's just like a crude kind of like little pipe pistol, right? And there's only a few bullets in it, and you drop it. But now there is a door between you and the door you need to get into, and it's a tight hallway, right? So like you'll have to like scooch your door out or down. Yeah.
That's fine. I'm gonna take, by the way, this little crude pistol and bullets. I'm gonna go and pocket this, and then we'll maneuver the door out of the way.
Yeah, I could either lift it up over us, or I could just pivot it this way, and then we can move forward.
We'll just say it's out of your way, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys get to the door. It's locked. Does one of you guys want to try to do a lock, or what are you thinking?
Well, it shouldn't be me.
I'm good to try to open the door unless Elle has a.
Well, I can do a couple of things. I can try to open the door, or would you prefer that I do another perception check to see what's in the area?
Sure, I mean, yeah, wouldn't hurt if there's. Yeah.
Getting shot more might not be a good idea. Okay, so here we go. And this one's perception because that's the one for inanimate objects. 19 total. So.
Oh, that's really good. So
Mhm.
you look around, you see like the door is locked. It's about the same as the door that you guys already broke into earlier. But while you're like searching it, you do hear like 2 voices on the other side of this room. And you can't really make out what they're saying, but you can tell they're communicating. And maybe you hear like some furniture moving around.
Okay.
Okay.
I will use my tools to try to pick the lock.
Right on.
I'm not gonna. If I succeed, I don't want to barge in. I just want to unlatch.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Yeah, easily. Just almost with your eyes closed. Just like, poop, poop.
And how
At
many?
this point, are we taking out weapons?
Elle, how many voices do you hear?
2.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So, can I flamboyantly enter the room?
What does that even mean?
Like,
I would also say,
Bigly.
how bad you want a new character?
okay, I'm gonna whisper my plan. What I would like to do, I would like to open the door and say, hey, "Yes, Elle."
Time out. When I'm looking at
Pause.
this door, yeah. Is there any indication of like cracks around the door, like when he kind of opens it? Like, is there any light? Is it dark in there?
Oh no,
Is it,
yeah. You guys could like, yeah, if you crack it open just a tiny bit,
yeah.
you can hear their voices. You could definitely hear some furniture moving around.
Okay.
And it's bright lights in there.
Okay. That foils my plan.
All right.
So you want to go in and do what?
What I would like to do is I would like to open the door naturally and say, "Hey, Grizz, you didn't stick around for my joke," and then pull out a gun. I mean, that's so badass. Are you imagining how badass that is?
Our target's name is Gruss.
Okay, well, fuck that. I haven't got to talk to him yet, but I'm
He
just
doesn't
saying,
care.
Just to be clear that we don't get the wrong creature.
Here's what I want to do. They're moving furniture around right now. That means that they're probably not holding weapons. I want to go in there
Hold
with
on, I don't think
weapons.
this is feng shui. They're probably building like a barrier.
Yeah,
I know,
they're
but they're
literally
not.
putting together a barricade. That means that they're getting ready to
That means
hide
they're not-
behind something.
Yeah.
Not sneaky hide either.
Yeah. So I think we go in, like, now that the door is unlocked, I think that we can all ready our weapons, in my opinion, and we can bust the door in and be ready to fire at them, potentially even without them having weapons to immediately respond.
Eris, are you made out of feathers?
I'm made out of meat, covered in feathers.
And hollow bones.
How often? What's your shedding situation?
I molt every 4 to 8 months.
It would make a killer stage outfit. So talk to me next time you're gonna molt. Okay.
This is the
job is
perfect time for this
over.
conversation.
A beautiful boa.
So I would look to Elle. Elle, are you good with this plan?
Once again, if you all are willing to go first.
So the plan right now is open door and charge.
I think not open door, kick in door and charge. Yeah.
Can I still yell? Did you say his name's Gus? What is it?
Gruts. Gruts.
Can I? You don't even know his name. Can I?
Grusz. Gruts.
Grusse? I don't want to assume.
Accent?
Can I still yell, Grush? You didn't hang around for my joke.
We are all gonna die on session 1.
Why don't you yell that to him after we capture him? Because we're not trying to kill him. We're trying to return him to the person. That'd be a good like send off. But we still have to spend time with him.
Another question: do we want to go the toys with Robin Williams direction and actually put this small gun into a small toy and send it in?
How does my auto bath work? It's an orb. How
You
does
just
the
like
orb?
you
does
like
it
open
float?
it, you tell it where to go, and it just kind of goes wherever you want.
Okay.
Get it to clean him.
No, I was wondering, like, as a kind of like, if we're like, please go shower the quarry, right? Like I'm chucking it like a grenade and it's spraying water.
I
Right?
get it.
I'm wondering if that's a decent tactic to at least
That's
try
not
to
a
get us to
bad-
not die on session 1.
That's not a bad distraction.
Not
And then we
bad.
could, for sure, yeah.
And I have several uses of this auto bath, but if they ruin my bidet, I will be very upset.
We don't know that it
I
has a
would
bidet.
say that. I mean, it's a grenade. Grenades quickly turn to one use.
Wait. Can we choose the liquid that's in the auto bath?
It's just like a soapy water.
But
Perfect.
I know
We'll
that,
sting
I
the
know what it
eyes.
is today. But I'm saying, can we unscrew the cap and pour in a different liquid? That's my question.
Sure. Why? Why not?
I'm just
Again, how
saying.
much water? When you said it's cleaning, I assumed like you had said like there was like bathing, shower. Like how much water are we talking? Do we typically bathe in? Because I swear to God, this is like a water bottle's worth of water.
No,
Okay,
no, no. Like
it's
the
environmentally
future.
friendly.
Yeah, they figured
Okay,
it out.
And here's the
okay.
thing: what I'm
Dry
saying is,
So it's a
shampoos.
full-on shower.
there's a gas moped outside. We put gasoline in this.
No,
Throw
it's a everyththing's electric. Like
No fire.
What?
no
I was
combustion
specifically
engines.
told not to burn this bitch
That's
down.
a good point.
so-
That would be terrible to have gasoline.
Just
On a
it's very
space
it's very
station?
cold but smoggy, like in this locked room.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
honestly probably smart. Yeah,
I've
But there
done
is a
my
battery.
perception. I've done my perception check.
battery
and it is
acid.
quite high. Can I echolocate roughly where these voices are coming from? Are they together? Are they separate?
Together towards the left.
Okay, so then yeah, we're definitely going to use the auto bath possibly one time only to essentially like water grenade them into distraction so we can kind of like get a lay of the land as we bust through this door.
Elle, can I ask
And
you a
I come in
question?
behind her as she's tossing that with my crossbow ready.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Do lizards like water?
It's not so much about whether they like or don't like it as much as it's going to be a distraction.
It's also soapy water, so it's not like we're giving
get
them
in
like
their eyes.
refreshing spritz.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they
And-
definitely have like crust punk vibes. So they probably don't want to take a shower no matter what.
Crust punk?
Oh yeah.
I thought you said crust pump.
No,
So
punk, crust punk. It's like the subgenre of like gross punk kids.
oh
Okay,
yeah,
I hate that. All right, I'm yelling. I'm yelling that when we go in there. I just want y'all to know that.
Okay.
Okay.
I genuinely
Okay.
can't wait.
So just so I am clear, the plan is for Eris to open the door, Elle to throw in the bath bomb.
And then I am gonna yell,
Yep.
Gus, you didn't hang around for my joke.
Sounds perfect. So let me find our room. Boop. Let me find Grutz. He's kind of over here messing with the beds. And then we're going to do small lizard folk guy kind of messing with this bed, kind of trying to make a barrier of these beds. You guys throw it in right immediately as the door opens, like slow-mo. You see both of their heads like turn towards the door. And then this little like bath bomb thing like gets thrown in as it's like mid-air. All its legs kind of just sprawl out and it starts like moving towards them. What I need from everybody is your roll of initiative.
that's not what I anticipated.
What were you anticipating?
Not that. I thought it was a bomb.
Oh,
Oh,
As a
hey,
bath bomb, that's not what they are.
I might have deleted the number. What's my initiative? It's blank on my sheet.
it's your dex.
Just whatever my
Um,
dex modifier is or whatever.
Yeah, because I don't think you would have anything else that adds to that.
I got a 9.
Now I'm new at so again, we're doing another D20 and I'm gonna
You
roll it
rolled,
and then
yeah.
what?
Add
I've never
initiative.
done this.
Your initiative's
Okay.
at the
Initiative
top
up at
of
the
the
top.
in the, like the top
Okay.
center number.
So I add my dice roll to my initiative.
Yes.
Okay, so 7.
I have a 4.
We did
Wait,
not do
7, 4.
Seriously? We got a 9 and a 7 and a 4?
great. We did
Okay,
not do great. We
Hey,
did
I
not
didn't walk
do-
in first.
Wait,
that was
who
your
had the
choice.
9? Who had the 9?
Me.
Okay, and you're no, you're not the bard. You're the purple, the
Yes.
rogue.
No,
Okay.
I'm purple.
Right.
Wait. Okay, yeah,
Okay,
he's the blue.
9, Grutz. Who had the 7?
I did.
No one. Okay.
Yeah.
I
L.
did.
And
yeah.
what did you get, Patrick?
4.
Look at that. Boop, boop.
Would you just look at it?
Just look at it.
When
All right.
should I yell my line?
You can do it right now. I think it's part of. You guys all have that first action.
Okay, now I have an energy dagger and a no. I have a pistol and the pistol we just took off the door, so it's like a
Wait,
double pistol.
if you are going to
situation.
do, if you're going to do the yelling plus action, wait till your turn.
No. I just not shooting anything. I just
Okay.
want to show them.
Okay.
It's the closest thing I have to like a double pistol
But
situation.
But you are back in the end of this hallway, so
I
do you
think the
need to
fact
do-
that it's muffled probably adds to my character. The fact that they'll probably not hear, so it'll sound
They
like
can't
this.
see- They can't see it.
All right. So, Rogue Boy, you see them both sort of distracted. They're looking at the door, so like they're half turned to like jump over the bed. The bot let me get a bot token in here. Where did my bees go? Is like floating above them towards like slowly moving.
Does he look like one of the practice droids from
No, what I would say it looks more like is in Empire Strikes Back, that little
probe
black
droid.
droid. What's it called?
The probe droid.
Yes, it looks more like that with all his arms hanging.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
It was a freebie.
Terrifying.
Freebie.
Baby bap and bap bap and bap bap baby bap and bap bap.
Bath bomb. Bath bomb.
Bad bomb. Bad bomb.
All right. What do you want to do, Rogie?
I want to fire my crossbow. I'm gonna fire it at the. I think I'm gonna fire it at the lizard because I don't
little
care
lizard
about.
folk. So what I would say is, Grutz looks like an iguana, right? Big. He's got like those like air sacs on the chins, like huge. They're both wearing almost identical, like denim jackets with the metal spikes, patches, ripped jeans. There's like punk rock music playing in here, right? It's like really loud. But the little guy looks like a little like a knoll, right? He's just like the tiniest little lizard, and he's just like scurrying on the bed right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to kill him.
Yeah, I see that.
I don't mind killing him and eliminating one of them so that we can then
yeah, just
we can
true
all deal with
chaotic.
one guy. All right.
Does his size not increase difficulty?
I just got a natural 20.
Cool.
No.
So
There you go.
no.
for those listening and those playing, natural 20 is you get to roll 2 d20s, then add your modifiers. Not two 20s. I'm sorry.
20s?
No, two
Two
of
of
your
our
dice.
attack rolls.
Two
Two
of
of our
your
attack
attack rolls. Oh boy, I
was
know
like,
how to play
wow,
this
we're
game.
gonna do some serious damage.
So for you, I don't remember. I don't think I have your sheet with.
It's a D6. I get one D6.
So you get 2 d6s
Yes.
plus
9 plus
proficiency bonus plus your dex.
9 plus dex. Where's my dex? 9 plus 5. So 14.
Yeah. I mean, you like you almost tripled the damage you need for him. So like you see it and like there's like no head left. You're just like, God, and you like shoot this like bolt and it just like pops. And the force like pushes this lizard like back onto this bed. Grunts is like, holy crap.
My baby.
And then can I use sneak attack as well? Since
do you
he's looking over at the.
do you get 2 attacks?
I do have sneak attack.
No, so sneak attack would be your attack. I don't know if you get 2 attacks yet or not.
Oh, okay. Then maybe I don't understand how sneak attack works.
So sneak attack would just be your normal attack, but you get bonuses for using it.
Okay. All right.
But right now, like barging in would not have been sneak because everyone knew you were coming.
The only reason I asked about sneak attack was because I thought it was a bonus attack, and I also thought because he was looking at the other guy I just obliterated, he would have been disengaged with paying attention to me.
It's been a while. My brother's the one who plays the rogues most of the time.
Computer says no.
Did you read it?
No, I haven't read it yet. That's just,
Okay.
I'm just quoting
Sneak
stuff.
attack. Beginning at first level, you know how to strike subtle and exploit foes' distractions. So distractions. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack if you have advantage on the attack roll. The attack must use a finesse or ranged weapon. You do not need advantage on attack roll if another enemy. Boop, boop, boop. The amount of extra damage increases. Okay, so
essentially, what I just did I got what I would have gotten with sneak attack by rolling a 20.
Right. Or like, no. So the sneak attack, like you would have just done your damage and then you would have rolled another d6 and added it to your total.
That's what I mean, though. That's what I just did because I got 2, right? So,
but it is not an extra attack. It's just the first attack. You and I can sit down because rogues do get multiple attacks eventually. We just need to see like how that. I don't remember how that works right off.
It might not be till level 3
or 2. Yeah. Okay. So that leaves Grutz. Grutz just like appalled.
Can I jump onto this table behind here
easily
as my movement?
Easily. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to be back here, crouched down, but on top of this table.
Grutz has this just like big metal pole and out of like just anger swipes at the bath bomb.
What has my bath bomb been doing up until now? Literally just floating, not spraying any of this shower water?
Making it over there, yeah. It's not like the fastest thing.
Like literally not doing its one job.
Well, no, its one job was to distract, right?
by spraying water everywhere.
It hasn't even done its job yet.
Yeah.
It hasn't
He
done its
takes-
job.
He
It has
takes the
to
metal
get-
pole and just smashes it against the wall, and then looks at Eris and goes, "You're next." All right, your turn, L.
I am extremely pissed off at what
Yeah,
just
as
happened.
you turn your head in, there's just suds against the wall, and like the wall's dripping.
Not only did it not do its job, now I can't even figure out why it didn't do its job, and I have lost my bidet. So I am
Cleanest
minorly.
massacre you've ever seen.
I want to
It's
point
on
out
the floor, just like bidet, bidet, bidet.
it probably needs an appendage in order to like start up its cycle.
And so you said there are suds everywhere, though, so now it's extra slippery.
Oh yeah, sure.
No, I'm not saying that is a good thing. Now it's a hazard I have to concern
Yeah,
myself with.
but
So
I
not
like
only
it.
did I lose my bidet, but I just created another hazard for myself in getting over to this goddamn lizard.
Ain't first level fun.
Okay.
All right, so you peek in and you see Grits holding a metal rod, kind of bath bomb right where the token is on the floor. To your right, you see Eris kind of perched up on this table with a crossbow pointed at Grits.
Okay. I would like to, let's see at this point, because I have not yet done attacks. So this is something I have to kind of figure out. So the bath bomb is no longer obscuring like this lizard any longer.
Yeah, no, and it was always fairly small-ish, right? It fit in your pocket
Okay.
or your bag.
So I guess I should see. So I'm at the door, I'm peeking around, I'm like appalled and just utterly upset about the loss of my bidet. And so at that point, I whip out my machete. So one sinuous move, I'm moving into the room with my machete and kind of like crossing over to Grutz in an attempt to avenge my bath
your
bomb.
character gets 35 feet of movement. You're very agile, and all of the soapy water would just be difficult terrain. So what that means is it just like takes twice the movement.
Okay.
Each square is 5 feet. So here it's like 5, 10 to get towards him.
Right.
So like you're just really like quick on your feet, and you just kind of slide through the water, and you get right up to him, no problem at all.
Right. And I want to put, because we're not trying to kill him, but I'm very much urged as I press my machete against his neck and say, "You didn't hear the rest of his joke."
Oh,
That's the sweetest thing that Elle has ever done.
I think she was just stealing it from me. I think it's mean.
no, she didn't say it. All right,
I
so
was
that's
gonna
your turn.
say it.
I could have you roll a intimidation check, but I don't think I would. So we'll just like, yeah, you have him like rights to bear, right? So you have the knife up against his neck.
Like he's against the wall, and I have my like machete like get like up here.
Or maybe like he's even like laying on the bed now, and you're above him with the knife.
Right.
Eris is like got his crossbow. What does Slickfingers want to do? You hear Eris like say that line about the joke.
Oh, I was gonna walk in and shoot him.
So,
That's
Elle,
too straightforward.
Elle, are you right here?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I should.
but, yeah, move.
So my bath bomb is now deceased, so I guess
we
we
could
have
get
to
rid of
move
that.
it.
Yeah, so you'll be like, right? Yeah, you'll be like, that makes total sense.
So I'm in your line of sight, essentially.
Yeah, but he's got pretty good aim.
5, 10. Well, okay. Here's what I want to do because
all of this is like wet.
Here's the thing: we need to return Grits, so we don't want to kill Grits.
Actually, all you guys need is the 800 credits that he owes. You're here just to retrieve the money from him.
Oh, well, that's a horse of a different color.
By the way, can my disguise make me anybody?
Make you look like anybody?
Yeah.
You still would be gnome sized. So what do you want to try to look like?
It's too late now, but in hindsight, it'd been hilarious if I came in looking like Grits.
Gnome size.
Like
Gnome
like
size
an
Tom Cruise.
iguana that small.
Yeah. That freaked a lot of people out, to be fair. Okay, so now I'm gonna say that bastard stole my line, which is also another quote from a movie. And then I am going to raise my gun, and I am going to shoot Grits in the tail. And here's why.
They grow
We're
back.
calling him Grits now.
Because I don't know his name.
Never got his name right. I love it.
and you are now like affecting Will. Will is calling him Grizz because you are calling him Grits.
What's his
I thought
name?
his name was Gus, but with an R.
Gruts.
Gruss.
It's Gus.
Gruts.
That would be
Yeah.
Gurse.
Russ.
Probably.
Grusz, right?
Gruts. Yeah.
Russ.
Gruts.
Yeah.
Do you got it? Do. Okay. So
You're
what?
gonna fire at his tail.
Well, I'm gonna shoot his tail because lizards can grow those shits back. So
I don't think
figure,
iguanas
like,
can.
Well, I'm not very well studied, so Elle should have told me
That-
that.
Iguanas-
That-
iguanas
He's gonna
can.
shoot
They can.
me.
That and Noel could grow back his tail, but he's got a head issue.
Iguanas can grow back their tails, by the way.
Oh, there you go then.
not to the full length, but they can grow back.
I hope the little guy
and
just
then-
grows a tail where his head would have been. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot.
like a push me pull you, but it's just two tails.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot. Do you have it in the tail?
Okay.
God damn it.
Gruts. Oh God, I'm not a good shot. What do I add to this? Oh wait, my
Yeah,
+3, my attack.
Yeah, your attack bonus.
Yeah, I got a 6.
Yeah,
Oh.
you miss like a lot. Like you either shoot back in the bed or maybe you shoot the little lizard folk guy instead. But like you shoot something clear
Shoot
other.
the lizard again.
Maybe
Wait, is
you
that
came
not
in so
Gruts?
excited and you just like were shooting and you just shot the wrong lizard.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Did you hear my joke?
You stole my line.
And at this
Okay.
point, I'm like turning over my shoulder with a machete, just glaring at this gnome that just definitely almost shot me.
Yeah. That's fair. All right.
It wasn't that good of a joke.
And
Not worth it.
and feeling like I could win over the situation, I go slick fingers.
He
All
drops
right.
both pistols for the joke. Gag.
And then like Homer Simpson fade back out the door.
The pistols like drop into the soapy water.
I'm picturing him shimmying.
Yes.
Slick fingers.
No.
All right. It goes
Slick fingers.
back to you, Andrew.
I wish that it had gone totally black, but my screen's a little too bright. All right. So I'm perched up on that corner, and I'm going to try to do what Sleazel did. I'm gonna shoot his tail.
Yeah.
We don't want to kill him, but I want to.
correct.
I do want.
Machete to his neck. Exactly why are we shooting him instead of just literally trying to ransack the room? Because there's no way this little lizard is worth my bath bomb and its 800 credits. So start looting instead of accidentally shooting me.
I'm about to shoot Elle's tail if she doesn't calm down.
I was gonna say.
Russ is just
Y'all are
like looking
literally
all
whipping out
around.
pistols.
And
Whipping
Grutz is
out
like,
pistols in a subdued scenario. This feels personal.
Grutz is like,
Okay.
listen to him. Like, this could all be over.
All right, fine. All right, okay. For the purposes of the party, this is what I'm saying to you right now, Elle. For the purposes of the party, I'm going, as long as you have him, then I am fine to disengage with my weapon and I will search as long as you feel like you have him.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I am concerned about Will at this point where it's like, I feel that I have him. Whether or not that is true in this current
No,
scenario remains
You
to be
guys
seen.
like bickering with knife to his neck. He like just goes into like his denim pocket and like pulls out his ID, and on it you can see like it's got 800 credits you can just take. And in fact, it has 900 credits on the screen.
Okay. I swoop over and I grab it out of his hand and I throw it into my pocket. That's my action.
Nope. You can just like touch your phone with it and it will like transfer the money,
Boop.
and then he'll be like, "I need that back. That's my ID."
And I toss it onto the ground.
Yeah. Dang it.
Soapy ground.
So as
Look
you guys
back.
look around, the only thing like Eris, you were like kicking food off the table. There's these little like stool type chairs on the table. There's 4 beds, but only 2 people here. And then there was one little door, very tight compared to the other ones, right in front of the door, the
Hey,
beds.
Are we out of combat now?
Yes.
Grutz. Okay, I want to talk to Grutz for a bit. And I did have a very good joke, but I'll tell it to you later. Why all the security? What's the deal here? Like, why the fake hallway? Why the extra doors? the pistol, especially for you to just give up so easily. What's all the security for?
Yeah, and he's like, hey man, like, you think this is the only debt I owe? He's like, I got a lot of people coming to me looking for money. I don't have it.
Okay, then who are the other 3 people that room here? I'm guessing one is the tiny guy, but like who's everybody else?
Yeah, and he looks over and just like single tear. He's just like, it's my crew. It was 3, now 2.
Oh, he
Okay.
wins. You can do a song with him
You
Why
try to
would-
soothe his pain with the song.
because you're a bard.
Yeah, I don't play in front of people.
Yeah. When
Well,
you do,
you don't play well.
You wreck mopeds.
Yeah, and when you say that, he's like, that sounds hardcore.
Yeah, it is hardcore, and I'm gonna fist bump him. Because all the hardcore people are doing it. It makes a comeback. What is through that door?
Yeah, he's like, nothing. Just leave.
Clear.
Okay,
Gretz,
well,
I'm gonna open the door.
obviously,
No
We're
one.
gonna go check out the door.
Yeah, no one listens to that.
Yeah, he's like,
Incentive.
he's like, you got your money, get out.
All right, I walk to the door.
Wait, hold. From a legality standpoint, are we like crossing a barrier like now that we've like taken care of what we're here to take care of?
Like the legality of the ring.
No, I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
Do we want to go down this path? We have what we came for. I feel like this is an important vector in our relationship. Do we break down this door?
I'm not gonna break it down, but I am gonna search it. Yeah.
I lost a perfectly good bidet. I will not leave here empty-handed.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna let Grutz know.
I'm a smuggler.
I
so,
can't
yeah.
control what they do. I'm gonna
Yeah,
take a
and
step
Grunts
back.
is like, you can try a little harder.
He can try. He's not gonna succeed. So I'm gonna try to. I'll try to open the door first and see if it's unlocked.
Oh yeah, no, it's super locked.
Okay, then I will try to pick the lock.
Okay.
You can just frisk the lizard.
Yeah, you can just frisk the lizard. He definitely has a key on.
Is that sexual? I don't know what that means.
16.
Yeah, 16's good. And you unlock it and boop, there's just like a little box there. And if you look through the box, there's what's called a mimetic replicator. It's a glass canister about 4 inches in diameter. It's roughly 6 inches long. It's got metal caps, and inside it's partially filled with a translucent goo. And on the directions on the label, it says if an item is placed within the canister, a duplicate will be created, but all moving parts and magic qualities are removed.
Okay, so this would be what Sleazel was talking about a second ago. If you wanted to look like Gers.
No.
Or to replicate that Anol's poor head.
Or like duplicate keys, or make a prop, or like something
It just
like
takes
that.
away things that are moving. So, or like, it won't function, but if it's like a static object, it's still fine.
Yeah, so if you put like a small pistol in, you would get it. It would look identical, but it wouldn't fire.
Because the firing pin and that stuff wouldn't work.
Everything's frozen.
But yeah, if you put a key in, it'd work perfectly.
Perfect.
And I'm assuming that it has to be small enough to fit into it.
Yeah, so 4 inches by 6 inches.
Okay.
Well, we all know
All
it.
right. We're not playing in Neverland, Patrick.
Okay.
That shouldn't be Neverland either.
I
in
put
addition-
it in my pocket.
Okay. Just mark it and I'll give you the information
Got
later. In addition, like as you pull that out, underneath there's just 2 other identification units. And as you look at them, one's for a gnome named Bane Glimstone, and the other one is for an elf called Gaia Evertrue. And if you like go through them on total, there's only 50 credits, but you're more than willing just to, or more than able to
Tap
take.
tap.
Yeah. So you just drop those like loose IDs back in, and everything else in here is like pretty much worthless. A lot of
So
dirty.
I
To
look
be
at-
clear, I got 9 between all 3 of those IDs. I got 950 credits loaded onto my. Okay.
Yeah, and you owe Raji 800.
Yeah,
Right.
and I look at Grits and say, like, I'm hardcore, man. But that dude's hardcore.
Yeah, he goes, this really blows.
Yeah. Don't
'Kay.
it?
I can't believe you killed my friend.
Then I'm good to head out. I would walk out, kind of backwards, just keeping my crossbow to him.
Sure.
But then I would make my way down this hallway.
Everyone leaving?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. We have what we came for, so I'm keen to go.
As you guys leave, like outside of his door, there's like maybe a dozen people just like looking because all those sounds and firing and yelling and someone shot someone through the head. Like that's like more sounds than like they've heard here for a while. And you guys maybe just kind of like walk through and push through the crowd, and no one tries to stop you because like they're not involved. It's not their problem.
Can I clarify one thing real quick?
Yeah.
I think this is funny. Tracy was very efficient and moved her character from here to here.
Yep.
Patrick and I moved down through the hallway and out the doors.
Just ghost walking around.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and yeah, and so you guys make your way back to Raji. You guys tap the ID onto the screen. You transfer 800 credits, but then 80 credits come back, the 10% finder's fee. He's like, I hope you guys found stuff that made it worth it. Why don't you take a seat and we'll get you a job next in a couple minutes.
Okay.
And I think we're a little over our time, but I think that's our first session of Dungeons and Designers campaign Lathander's Ring.
Yeah.
I hope you guys all had fun. I hope, Tracy, you're starting to learn like how the dice work and how some of these like skill checks and combat works. The skill challenge was pretty fun, I think. I don't know if you guys enjoyed that.
I'd like to do better next time.
I think so. 4E is a system that's very almost like taboo now. It was like one of the most hated systems, but it's having a resurgence because it's been gone so long. And I think that's just like one cool thing. Like it helps allow you guys to know how to role play that situation. It's like, hey, just look down your skills and like tell me what you want to do, rather than just being like, you're outside. How do you find him? Right? Like there's like almost a game. So I think we'll definitely try that again.
Yes.
You guys can find this video on YouTube sometime next week. Subscribers can see it through the videos on demand through Twitch, I believe.
Yeah.
You can subscribe or follow or whatever that's called on Twitch. Make sure you follow Masters of One Network on Instagram. Follow DN Designers Pod on Instagram. Hey, why don't you guys tell us where to find you? Tracy?
At tracyching.com or at Tracy Ching in general, literally on any social media platform.
Right
if you
on.
walk into any general store and just ask for Tracy Ching,
I might be there. I might be there. You don't know.
You can find me at Andrew Sale with 3s instead of E's on all the different platforms.
And if we keep an eye on your Instagram, is there going to be like a poster sale coming up soon, you think?
There's going to be a lot of sales coming up really soon. Yeah.
So why don't you guys just make your way, follow him to keep up to date on the cool stuff.
That's true.
And you
Patrick?
can find me at Inked Flame on Instagram.
Cool. And I'm at Will Churin. So thank you for joining us, sticking around. Have a good day, Patrick.
Bye.
Bye.